since I started wandering around as the Wandering Turnip about just over a year ago. I've had some crazy experiences come from me doing these videos. I've been brought in to speak to councils about the state of cheap housing in areas and what should happen with those houses. I've been interviewed by loads of newspapers on my thoughts on the death of the high street. And whilst that's all interesting and kind of cool to say, but I had one interaction this past year with someone who had watched my videos, and it led on to a very brief friendship. But yeah, it genuinely stopped me and moved me. So this video is going to be a celebration of that interaction and a dedication to that man. And the video is about dry stone walls. Now, I know this isn't probably what you found my channel through. You probably found it through cheap houses or high streets. So yeah, dry stone walls. I absolutely love them. Just look at this here. There's no cement used there. There's just labour, strength, ingenuity. And look at that beautiful stone wall. So yeah, I put a couple of videos out on my channel about dry stone walls. I genuinely love them. They're my favourite to make because I just get to wander into the hillside. But a fella got in touch and he said, I really loved your videos. And I was thinking he was probably going to say one about the cheap houses. And he went, it was the dry stone wall videos that I really loved. And I thought, oh, Ace, that's buzzing that someone liked them. And he said, it's weird because I actually built some of those walls that you videoed. And I was like, oh, that is crazy. So the guy that built the walls had ended up watching my video about those very walls. And he said, look, I'd love to make a video with you. I'd love for us to get together and do a film and sort of celebrate walls. And I was like, this is going to be amazing. But then he said, unfortunately, I'm dying. I've only got a few weeks to live. So are you able to do it within a few weeks? So I thought, absolutely, got to try and get this video done, a celebration of walls through two different perspectives. The guy that built the walls, the guy that spent his life as a waller, and my perspective, just wandering around with a camera looking at them. And the strange set of events that had led me to film his walls and him to watch the film about his own walls. I just thought it was ace. So I said, yeah, let's do it. And we had some brief conversations and we had this really nice phone call where we were just speaking about walls, and I could just tell we'd have made something really great. And then I got the message saying, unfortunately, that John passed away, and I never got to make that video with John. And it's basically today's just going to be a celebration, coming out, looking at walls. I've got my drone as well. We're going to go fly it around. I'm going to follow my favourite wall up in the Lake District near Ambleside, and it's just going to be a celebration of all things walls. And yeah, to John, who, yeah, it's going to be a celebration of John's life. It's going to be a celebration of the walls that cover the English landscape and the United Kingdom all over, really. We do walls so well. If you want to have some fun, just go follow a wall like I'm doing today. This is my favourite wall. I love it so much. But just go find a wall and follow it. And yeah, a celebration of John's life, because though we only had a very brief friendship, I felt like me and you connected over walls, mate. And I want to go celebrate that in a video. So let's do that today.
What I'm interested in, if you wouldn't mind, is if he filmed us talking, because I'm really interested in the fact that you're getting into it,
yeah,
and I'm getting out of it,
yeah,
and it could produce a really interesting conversation. I mean, I was walling till 2 years ago, 66. I know by your attitude, I would have employed you if you wanted a job.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right there. I can see you. You can't wait to get your hands on stone, can you?
Yeah, I know, yeah, that's it, yeah.
I really miss it.
Yeah.
Just getting my hands on it.
Yeah, just look at them. You just see them snaking off everywhere. Coming round here. They're mega, and you just think about this as well. Think about the size of that stone there. That stone there is 1.5 meters, maybe 2 meters long. Yeah, so this was real graft. Like, we are high up in the mountains already. Lugging stones up here, building them at angles, 45-degree angles over there. And there's a bit that I'm going to fly my drone round in a minute. I've always wanted to fly my drone round this bit. Oh my God, it's so good. If you've watched my other dry stone wall video, you'll have seen it. So you'll know how great it'll be via the air with my drone. But yeah, this video is not just dedicated to John, it's dedicated to all the wallers, all the incredible craftsmen who literally decorated this landscape with jagged jewellery, and that's what it looks like from the skies. Who literally divided up the country. That was the purpose of that job. It was literally saying, this bit of land is mine, build a wall there, that bit of land's yours. The division line, that's what they were. It's such a sustainable building practice. You're literally just cutting up stone, aligning it together, and it stays standing for hundreds, 200, 500 years these walls can last, and even longer. It's amazing. Look at the size of this one that I'm stood on here. Kid you not, this is about 1.5 meters high. Just scaling up there. It's incredible. Honestly, they're so beautiful, dry stone walls. I guarantee anyone who's watching this who thinks dry stone walls, well, that's boring. You're wrong. Honestly, go look at a wall, and the more you look at it, the more you'll just go, oh, actually, no, that is pretty impressive. And then you'll see another one and you'll think, oh, that one's better than the last one I saw. You'll start seeing all different types of stone all around the country. People do it different. And then, yeah, once you suck it in, you're a dry stone wall convert. And that's it. There's no going back. But it's worth it, I'll tell you that. Look at that view. So there's this beautiful video. So it was online. I think it's been taken down because it might be entered into a film festival, I think. But it's about John Mounsey, the guy that I was speaking to who built the walls. And it's called the Zen art of stone squeezing. And honestly, it is so beautiful. If you like walls, it is just incredible. Just him out with his dog in the hills talking about walls. So he was a poet as well. He wrote some amazing stuff about walls and life. So I'll definitely be able to link one of them in below of John's poetry. In one of the videos though, he speaks about just how hard being a dry stone waller is or was of a job. And he speaks about this grave, I think it's in Kendal, of a dry stone waller. And on the grave it says, of all the appalling callings, walling is the most appalling of all. Just keeps going and going, the walls. And down there as well. If you ever want to follow this wall, my favourite wall, it's the Fairfield Horseshoe near Ambleside. Big range of mountains that you can walk around. And I've been walking now a couple of miles, and you just think these people were literally building walls on this walk that I'm struggling with. They were lugging rocks up, building them meters high, summits in the way, like this thing. Doesn't matter, just build around it. It's incredible. She lives up in Ambleside, where a lot of good walls up there actually, really good walls.
That slate, I've built with it, houses. I love it. And what they call rake back pointing, so you can't see the pointing. It looks like dry wall. In fact, I've got some photographs of no mortar barns, like a barn without a scrap of mortar in it.
So one of the things that I was really looking forward to, if I'd had the chance to make the video with John, sadly he died before we could, but I wanted to know which were the walls that he built, because I've got no idea. I've put a couple of dry stone wall videos out, but I've looked at a lot of walls and I've filmed a lot of walls, so it would have been ace to know which ones he actually built, and I could have put my hand on the stone and picked the stone up and thought, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, what a legend. And we're approaching it. We're approaching the best bit of dry stone walling, in my opinion, in the world. And I've been to Machu Picchu. I've been to see that wonder of the world, and it is wonderful up there. It's nice, big slabs of cut stone. Come up to Ambleside and come to this bit. Mind blowing. I'm gonna have to get the drone out. Oh, it's so good. It's funny because I was hoping my drone would pick it up better, but nothing really compares to when you're literally just hanging off the edge of this literally bit of cliff here, and that's there. It is ridiculous. But yeah, this bit here, just look at, I'm going to climb up it. I'm going to set the drone up in the sky and just show you, because it doesn't, even from flying above, it doesn't show you how steep it is. Even from here, just watch me try and climb this and you'll get an understanding of just how hard it is simply to climb it, let alone to build a wall all the way up it, scaling on and on and on and on into the distance. And look at that, I don't know if you can see that. On top of the mountain by my favourite dry stone wall in the world, celebrating the life of John. The sun comes out and a beautiful rainbow. I hope the camera picks this up. So the wall keeps going for miles up into the hills up there, up where the rainbow's just nicely covering it all. And it'll keep going all the way around the Fairfield Horseshoe and snake back down that side. So yeah, this is just a nice little spot to finish this video at my favourite dry stone wall in the world, in one of my favourite places in the world, the Lake District, with the mountains stretching back up that way for miles, the rainbow coming out just as we reached the spot we wanted to go to. And yeah, just a quick little video to say thank you to John Mounsey. Thank you for building the walls. And I think that's the nice thing about it, just the simplicity of the connection that me and John had. He built them, I looked at them. That was it, nothing more.
When you're talking about walls, I think it does cover everything. You know, walls were instrumental in creating cities. You know, the Enclosure Act, people being kicked off the land, you know, it was walls.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the people taking the bottom land and then running walls up the hills. Anyway.
So much to talk about, mate. So much to talk about.
I'll get on it and see what I can figure out.
Yeah, for sure, mate. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, good to speak to you, mate. Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, and you.
All right. See you later, John. Bye-bye. Bye.